For today's video, we will be making a caftan dress. But if this is your first time on this channel, my name's Javier, and on this channel we create outfits for drag queens. So if that does pique your interest, consider subscribing. Now let's get into the video. First thing you're gonna need is your measuring tape, and you're gonna measure the highest point of your shoulder, which should be up here at the inside. And then you're gonna look all the way down, put your foot right on top of that, and then check the measurement. Marks at 59 inches. Use that as a reference. If you ever do wear heels with this, you always want to make sure you have that measurement included as well. So we're gonna add 5 inches to that, and we have 64. 64 is half of what you need, and you need to double that. 64 times 2 equals 128 divided by 36 equals approximately 3.5 yards. Add a couple half a yard or a quarter of a yard depending on how much you feel safe with. We have our fabric. This fabric is 60 inches wide, but for this part we want it folded in half. You're going to grab your measuring tape and start measuring that first measurement we got. Mine was 64. 64 right here. Grab a pin and right there. Now, since we have that, fold it in half once more. There you go. And now we're gonna mark another pin right there. Cut right on that edge. We're going to open this up. Mark your pins as well at that same point that we marked, that 64-inch mark, just so you know where it is. And we're just gonna open it up. Awesome. Now that we found our main point, we're gonna fold it once more again, match our pins, and mark our center point. The center is gonna be your neckline, and this is the part where it's up to you if you want like a boat neckline, if you want like a deep V neckline. I do kind of want to do like a reveal style type of thing. I'm just gonna grab a shirt that fits me pretty good around the neck. This does have a little stretch, which is fine. And I'm just gonna trace the front neckline and then the back neckline and transfer it onto the fabric. I have my shirt on top of here, and I'm just gonna trace this curve, but I'm gonna do a 1/4 inch less because we want to make sure when we do like a rolled hem on this side, we account for that because it's going to get smaller once we roll it up. Now we're just going to cut this piece out. Measure from this end to the center, 2.25. So we'll just do 2 inches. Find the center of this point. So about right here, count 2 inches. Do this. And you're just gonna cut one of the fabrics. The next thing I did is fold this piece in half again at the neckline, and I'm just gonna cut on just one of the fabrics from one end to the other end over there. We're gonna do a rolled hem, a 1/4 inch, all the way around the outer edges. So let's begin. Now that we hemmed all the edges, we want to find our side seam, and we're going to do that just by holding down the waist, and you want to find your side seam right there. So this is going to be the level of your side seam. We want to grab a pin and mark that right there. Awesome. So that's going to be the level of our waist. Now what you want to do is find the center from this point to the edge and grab your measuring tape and see what that is. That is approximately 19 inches, and we're going to divide that by 2, which is 9.5. So we're going to mark that, and we're gonna just put a pin right there. It doesn't have to be exact, but your first point doesn't have to be exact, but the rest do. So 9.5, and now what you want to do is mark 9.5 from the edge to the inside, and mark another pin or your chalk. I would recommend using a ruler just so it's consistent, and then just mark that all the way down till you hit the end, and do the same for the other side as well. Now we're gonna stitch along that line that we just chalked. We're gonna start from the bottom of the caftan and then work our way up. I'll go to back stitch. Do the other side. going to be making 2 holes on each side, and it's going to be a 1-inch thick straps. You want to make this buttonhole at least 1.25 inches so we have some ease to move the strap around. This is the top point from where we stopped sewing, and this is going to be 1/4 inch thick. So I'm putting this on the stitch line on 1/8 inch on each side, which makes it 1/4 inch thick. I'm going to draw a line downward, and this is going to be 1.25 inches. The other side, we want the length of this to be 1.25 inches. And we're going to do the same step on both sides. You want to create your buttonholes. All depends on what machine you have. Cut out 2.5 inch straps. When you sew them with 1/4 inch, they should be down to 1 inch. Turn itself on the inside and stitch it. The last thing we need to do is cutting this slit out for the strap. You want to be careful, you don't want to cut all the way through. And that is a wrap for today's video. Remember to hashtag new subscriber if you are a new subscriber to this channel. Like this video and comment for any extra love or questions or concerns. And that is pretty much it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys on the next video.